Hey everybody, I'm back. Thank you all of you that have watched and shared my videos. Today's video is going to be about a topic in which I think is important, and I almost didn't do a video on, but it's going to be about anxiety and depression. A lot of people suffer from anxiety and depression, and with epilepsy, it is very common to have side effects of not just with the seizures, but with medication of anxiety and depression. So I want to focus a little bit on those. And people don't realize how difficult it is to deal with them on a day-to-day basis. You know, it is hard for anybody with it to deal with it, but when you have epilepsy, like, you're not only fighting the demons of your seizures and the medications, all the doctor's appointments, but you're trying to fight these demons that you just cannot get through to people, how you feel of anxiety, depression, sadness, and anger, and just all these emotions. And, you know, the medications we take have side effects that are horrible. And then, you know, we can't take antidepressants because a lot of times it affects our epilepsy medication or causes really bad side effects that will not help us at all. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that too, and about some of the things that bother us. So I am by no means a medical professional at all, but I am just somebody who deals with it herself and tries to help people know that they are not alone in what they go through, and hopefully tell people what we go through and help them to better understand our feelings. You know, a lot of us have parents, family members, friends, co-workers, anybody out there, doctors. Some doctors, it took me years to find doctors that were finally compassionate enough to understand what I was going through. So I'm hoping to help you, but I'm going to do a little artistic skit on what it feels like to have epilepsy and deal with depression and anxiety. So, hope you enjoy.
Antidepressants, controlling tools of your system, making life more tolerable, making life more tolerable. Antidepressants, controlling tools of your system, making life more tolerable, making life more tolerable. Controlling tools of your system, making life more tolerable, making life more tolerable. Antidepressants, controlling tools of your system, making life more tolerable, making life more tolerable. We don't need your hypocrisy, execute real democracy. Post-industrial society, the unthinking majority. Post-industrial society, the unthinking majority.
Well, that was crazy and interesting. It was really hard not to laugh when I did that, but that's pretty much in a nutshell how it feels. You're just kind of lost in your feelings. You know, it's hard. Like, we all have different ways of coping, and some of the things that I don't like to hear, and some of the other people I've talked to, is, oh, you have something wrong with you. You really need to see somebody. What, really? Like, I was under no assumption that nothing was wrong with me. I mean, I know something's wrong with me, but it sounds uncompassionate when you're telling me that I need to go see somebody. You know, because I hate to say it, but some of these doctors and counselors or whatever, not all, there are some great ones out there, but some of them have never been through anything. I went to one a few weeks back, and he was just grilling me like, oh, well, you've had a rough childhood, and I think that a lot of your problems are derived from some of the things you went through as a child. And I just wanted to look at him, and I was in tears, like, you know what? Yeah, I did go through a lot as a child, but have you ever had a seizure? Have you ever felt like you were dying? Have you ever, you know, thought you were never going to wake up? Do you ever have these fears that you're going to die from a disability that you have? Like, he was not getting it. And I'm just like in tears, just sitting there like, no. I would rather have had this crappy childhood the rest of my life than dealt with the fear of dying from a seizure. So, you know, that's frustrating too. It takes a while to find somebody that understands you. And sometimes your best friends, or I'm finding out through making these videos, all you fans that I'm meeting are more understanding than anybody that I've ever met before. And it's fantastic to meet people that understand you. So, next time you hear somebody say they're having an anxiety attack or they're depressed, you know, just try to watch what you say to them and try to understand that, you know, we're going through a lot of other stuff, battling. You know, if we say there's a day we can't get out of bed, for example, don't tell us, oh, what, are you being lazy? Or come on, why can't you get out of bed? You know, sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes we're in pain, sometimes we're hurting, and sometimes we just need that day to rest. If we're in bed for more than 2 or 3 days, then maybe, yeah, we need to get some help. But, you know, don't make us feel bad because there's no reason for that. Another thing is, you know, try to be nice to people, you know, and watch what you say. Don't say things like, oh, it's not that bad. I mentioned that earlier. Because you know what? What's not bad to you may be bad to somebody else. Everybody handles things differently. You know, there's times where I can handle anything in the world, and then I have days where I can't even face the world. You know, it just depends on the type of day. So, I don't want to talk too much, and I don't want to bore everybody, but hopefully this video helped a little bit, just to know that you're not alone, and that anxiety and depression is a very important topic that needs to be brought up to your family, friends, people that are around you, and they need to know that it's serious. It is not something that should be taken lightly because people hurt themselves over it. I would never think to do that, but I know that my anxiety is to the point where I can't even go to a store by myself. I can't do anything by myself, but other people's are worse. Even people with no disabilities, anybody with anxiety or depression, it's hard. So just try to, you know, look it up, research. I tell everybody, research, research, research. That's all it takes is for you to do a little bit of research. You know, people sit in the bathroom for 2 or 3 minutes at a time, and I know you're on your phones. You can just do a few minutes of research instead of playing, you know, Candy Crush or something. But I'm going to let you guys go, and I will be back next time. And you guys have a great day, and keep wearing that purple.